We're working on Sunday. The news is definitely not taking a break right now, so I can't take a break today. So we are diving right into it today, guys. The riots have taken over, even in my state, which to me is a shock. I live in a state where I would never, ever have expected this to happen. I've tried to avoid this, and here I am on like video number 4, but the riots are quite literally taking over. We're going to talk about why. NASA made it to the space station, which is flipping awesome. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think it's getting maybe enough credit, but that's something I think is cool it's happening. And then like always, when the media and when everybody is focused on one thing, which are the riots right now, we all know that, and everything that's happening with George Floyd, what are they not talking about? I've made videos like this before, so this sounds maybe a little repetitive, but we're going to do it again. What aren't they telling us when they're telling us everything else? Guys, I'm Jared. This is RedRacer Video. I'm a car guy that turned into a politics and world news guy. Can't help it. This is what I love. This is what affects our country, and this is what is going to affect my son and my daughter going forward. So this is what I do now. I hope you guys like the way I deliver the message. If you do, smash the like button. Please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell next to subscribe. Otherwise, you guys will never know when I have videos come out. And periodically check and make sure you're still subscribed. So thank you so much to everybody that's done that so far. Everything's going good. P.S. to everybody that's been following along with the YouTube censoring me saga. I went to sleep last night and I woke up this morning with like 300 or 400 now extra subscribers. I do believe that one of two things happened. Either all of your comments blatantly calling out the things that they are calling out what they've blatantly been doing, which is it appears unsubscribing people, hiding comments, making me hard to find, burying my videos. Everybody talked about it. And or President Donald Trump signed that executive order about censorship with the platforms, and that made them change things. Something happened though, and all of a sudden I'm on the rise again. So thank you everybody. I'm done. Let's go. So the riots have taken over. Here in the state that I live in, Utah, one of the last places I would have ever expected to see something like this happen, and it went pretty crazy yesterday. They've actually got us quarantined. And I don't live in Salt Lake City. I live in the Salt Lake Valley, which is huge. There's like 3.5, almost 4 million people now. But downtown Salt Lake is quarantined, or not quarantined, sorry, it's programmed now. They have a curfew from Saturday night until Monday morning. I can't remember a time where anything like that ever happened. And not even during Corona did they close down, I think, for that long. And the things that happened yesterday, I this morning finally got caught up, because yesterday I had a busy day. Finally got caught up this morning, and the things I saw made me sick. I want to take this moment to address, and we're going to jump around a little bit in this video. We'll come back to this writing stuff a little bit later, but really quick, while I've got everybody here still, I want to address the writing thing. I do understand those of you who feel like this is their form of expression, and you understand that what they're doing and why they're doing it, and you think it's okay. I kind of get it a little bit. But I'm telling you that it's wrong. And it's solving nothing. And you're making people pay. You're not making the people that you're trying to strike at right now, you're not making them pay. You're not. You're not doing George Floyd or his family any justice. You're not. This is not going to be something that adds to the guy's legacy. Now that I've said that, I want to transition a little bit before I move on, and we're not going to stick on this forever because I really don't want to have this be a whole nother George Floyd video. I do believe that there's a lot of stuff, and as time goes on, more and more stuff comes out. And I said this in my last video, but I'm saying it again because even more has come out about the autopsy, just stuff not adding up, them having worked together, all the different camera angles. There's just a lot that makes you wonder if any of this really even happened at this point, to be honest with you. There are those that will say, well, then our president's misleading us, he's lying to us, and he's a liar. I don't think he's the one that put this on, and I think he's got to play along because he can't. Right now, we're still, guys, if you don't understand why the president and why the administration and why Q and why everyone else, if you don't understand the Q program and why and how it works and why they're gradually bringing people online and why they've slowly been disseminating information to all of us, the stuff that's happening in our country right now is exactly why. We can't just drop the Moab right now and have the remaining people that aren't on board yet act out, because we're seeing what might happen if that happens. Having said that, and this is where it goes back to me jumping around a little in this video, and I hope you guys are following and how this makes sense. These riots, 100%, as sure as I stand here, I do believe they are the next event. They're absolutely the next event. They're the next false flag thing. They're the next thing to keep our eyes over here when something's going on over here. I do believe that. I don't know if a guy even died. Maybe he did. If he did, and if I'm serving him, I don't want people to think I'm cheapening that. George Floyd and your family, if this is actually what happened, my heart goes out to all of you. But I am very suspicious of our media and everything we're told now. I can't help that. That's their fault. They did this to me. But I know, and we now know, Soros and Hillary and the Dems and the elites and that whole machine, excuse me, I got an itch. The whole machine are in on what's happening. They have provocateurs, or provocateurs, I don't know if I'm saying that right, sorry. Slept through a couple English classes. They have people at these events going around breaking windows, starting stuff, getting people riled up. I heard countless accounts now from our local thing that happened downtown yesterday, where people did say this wasn't like a big riot like they're making it out. The TV's making it look like it was this big riot, and that's actually not quite how it played out. It was more like there was just a few bozos causing all the problems and really sparking everything, and then you kind of got all these little off skirt things that happened off on the sides or whatever. They're trying as hard as they can to make us think that every city in the nation, all the big ones, are all going crazy. That is not what is happening. Half of this or more, I believe, well, I don't believe half of them are actors. I think they get people to start it in the beginning, and then they get a bunch of the people that are misinformed and just watch the local news to get behind them and go behind them and start breaking stuff and throwing stuff. That's what I think happens. But this is 100% to do nothing more than to sow division. They've got to break us up. They got to pit whites against blacks right now. We were coming together, and we still are coming together. We're waking up. Everybody's waking up. Look at my comments. It's not just white folks. It's not. I got a lot of support from my brothers and sisters from all colors, all shapes, all sizes, all nations. You're all in here, and I love you all for it. I wore this shirt today on purpose. One love. I did this on purpose. My shirt was choreographed today. Make fun of me if you want, but this is a symbol. They had to break us up, guys. This is just to break us up. And there's a bunch of people that get it. I hope when I say this, that none of you feel like I'm speaking to any individual groups, any individual men, women, any race, anything. Because this is just about dividing us. It's always been about dividing us. And right now we are as united as we've ever been. And this is that. One of the things that I said in there, and I think people are going to say I speculated about the fact that there's people out there that start these things and then let the other people go off on it. AG Barr today addressed the fact that they have caught in the Minneapolis and Minnesota stuff, they've apprehended a lot. And they're finding lots of people that come across state lines to come to these things. Again, going back to the fact that I said that this is a Soros, Hillary, Democrat thing. This is. Where did Antifa go? I talked about this in my last video. Where did Antifa go? They didn't disappear. Antifa are rioters now. Antifa now is moving across the nation and sparking off these riots. That's what's happening. And I know you guys know that. I'm not talking to you guys like you're dumb right now, because a bunch of you guys in the comments are saying it. For what it's worth, thank you to the comments. Really quick self-promotion again. Please like, subscribe, leave me some comments. Your comments are gold. So many of you give me... This morning I was out on my patio with my daughter in my lap, enjoying the fact that I'm working on Sunday / enjoying my life on Sunday. This has become a job, guys. I work 24 hours a day. Like literally, I work a lot. This is not some easy thing I do. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad for me, but I'm always working. This morning I was working with my daughter in my lap, watching the sun come up. It was beautiful. I was reading comments, and I was going to name people, but there's so many of them that I can't. I'm sorry, but thank you for your comments. So many of your comments end up sparking things that are like, yes, Sometimes you guys don't agree. Sometimes you guys do agree. I don't just like the comments where people pat me on the back. I love the comments where you guys make me think. That's what this whole thing is about, is making everybody think. So thank you to everybody that's doing that. But again, what I said, and I got sidetracked, Barr is all over this. And we know Antifa and Soros and those are involved. We just know it. We know they're paying people. You guys look it up. You guys have seen it yourselves. Look it up on Instagram. Look it up on Parler. Go check it out. They are hiring actors for events in cities. They literally pay some of these people to go and just act unruly and act like they're rioting. It happens. I'm not making this up. It's all bullcrap. It's all a false flag event. This is the next event. The virus thing was falling apart. They know they lost that. There's a bunch of reasons why people shouldn't be scared of that anymore and never should have in the first place. They know we all have learned that now. Not all, but most have learned that now. Cue the next thing. I said this yesterday in my video. I'm saying it again today. This is just the next thing. Where's all the virus talk? What happened to all the coverage on the virus? Did you guys notice what happened to that? Damn near disappeared, right? Weird. What happened to all the people? Why are they not losing their minds over all the people at these riots not social distancing? Why aren't they scared? Why aren't they warning all these people that they might get the virus? They're putting themselves in danger. Because they're not, and because they don't care, and because it was all bullcrap. Really quick, I want to talk about something cool that happened today, and then I'm going to glance forward and we're going to move on. But don't leave. I got a really good point at the end. I always save good points for the end so you guys will stay. NASA at 7:16 Pacific Standard Time docked with the International Space Station. That's a big deal, guys. That's a really big deal. And it was live. Go look at NASA's, they have a channel. Just look up NASA. They have a channel here on YouTube. You can watch a lot of what they're doing live, real time. It is amazing. It was really cool. That they were as they docked, they were getting ready for the two astronauts to go on to the space station, the lady on the space station. It was cool to listen to, and they let us hear this, which is awesome. One of the guy's suits had lower pressure than when he took off, and they noted that. She said, hey, look, your pressure's lower. We have to check this out. We're okay if you are a little lower. We're fine here, but we want to find out why. Check these 3 things. And then they let you go on to listen and him say, as he was undressing, hey, yeah, look, I did find that thing. There was a thread exposed. It was really, really cool real time to watch. Pay attention to that. 2 things they said in there that were awesome. M-A-R-S, Mars Beatrices. And I just took that from Dave Chappelle, and I didn't swear because people in here have asked me not to. But they said we're going to Mars, and they say we're going back to the moon. I'm not going to get into a whole video about why that's a big deal, but I think a bunch of the people who watch these videos are on to why that's probably important. Space Force is a big thing. President Trump got made fun of a lot for starting Space Force. That's going to end up being one of the many major awesome and big things that he did. But that was cool today. Pay attention to that. A lot of it live. NASA's YouTube channel. Go check it out. What else do I have to say here? Oh, okay. So this is what we're going to end with. The last few minutes of this video are good, and I hope you guys stayed for this, because I think this is one of the biggest parts. What aren't they talking about right now, guys? What are they refusing to cover in the media? When they sweat Kayleigh McEnany every day, what are they just not going to ask her? What if it become blatantly apparent they cannot and should not ask her? And then she finds a way to put it in there anyway. They're not talking about the fact that Flynn's phone calls with Kislyak, I think was his name. They're not talking about the fact that those phone calls got declassified and now Ratcliffe has released them. Do you know why they're not talking about them, guys? It's another dagger in the Obamagate, Russiagate, Spygate coffin. They are all toast. They are all toast. Clapper, Brennan, Comey, all of them. They're toast. Loretta Lynch, they're all toast. I know your cognitive dissonance might be jumping in right now and you're saying, oh man, here we go. Another Q-tard thinks that all the people in the government were corrupt and think that it's possible that could actually happen. It's obvious now. The phone calls came out, and go watch them. There's like 25 pages, I think, of transcripts from the call. There's a bunch of stuff in there they didn't want you to hear. A lot. And I'm already out of time because I refuse to have my videos get crazy long. But one of the key points that I want to hit on that I think is important, and a lot of other people I'm sure are going to be hitting on it too, and I have already hit on it, and that's why I am. But I'm echoing it because I think I've got an ear that maybe some of the people out there don't have. In the Flynn phone call, in the transcript, there's something that blows everything they said apart. Part of the whole thing, and this is for all the liberals that may or may not watch this channel, that said Flynn lied. Flynn admitted to lying. He lied. He admitted to lying because they were going to go after his son. He'd already had to sell his house. He was out of money, and now they were going to go after his kid. They told him that he had said something on the phone call about sanctions that he had misremembered the second time they talked to him. So he talked about sanctions in the first phone call. He misremembered what he said about the sanctions in the second phone call, or that he talked about them at all. I can't remember which part. But that was what this whole thing hinged on. That was what he supposedly admitted to lying about, right? Guess what never happened in that first phone call? Guess what is not anywhere in the 25 pages or whatever it is of transcripts from those phone calls from Kislyak? And I think there's 4 phone calls. Guess what was never discussed? What he couldn't possibly have lied about talking about? The sanctions. Because they never got talked about. Never in the first phone call were the sanctions talked about. That's what they had got him to admit to lying about later, is that he had talked about them or what he had said about them. No notes from the FBI about sanctions in the first phone call. Nothing in the transcripts, nothing in the phone call about sanctions. The whole thing was a lie. They ruined this dude's life. They were just trying to silence him because he knows everything and he's about to burn their entire house down. You guys think these riots are burning our country down? Wait until Flynn and Rogers and President Trump and Barr and everybody else get done burning down the elite and the Democrats' machine and everything that's been in power and the media and everybody who has been fooling so many of us for so long. What they're not telling you right now is how all of that is coming to a head. And we are in for absolutely amazing times. Thank you everybody for watching this video. It's Sunday. I'm going to go get back with my family. I hope you guys go enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks for watching. To all my new subscribers, we got like 300 or 400 last night while I slept. Welcome. Thank you. And bring some friends. Appreciate y'all. Jared RedRacer. I'll catch you on the next one.